Welcome everybody to the NASRA race. This is the LentMachinery.com 100. Make sure you all go check out the fine sponsors for these guys. You can see them right here. All the sponsors that is on your screen. Make sure you all check these guys out. We won't be able to do it. PruittTeam.com. Go check them out as well. As I mentioned, NASRA Super Late or Late Model Series. About to get underway with a field packed full of drivers that's going to be fighting for the win, and it's going to be a good one. If you haven't yet, you may want to here very soon. We will get the points here in just a few moments, but qualifying starts in like 3 minutes. But if you haven't yet, you still got time to actually sign up for this league. Maybe not tonight with only 3 minutes left, but get in here. This is only the third race out of the schedule, and I'm going to be honest, it's going to be a good season. So far, seems so good. We took 2 weeks off, so it's good to be back after a break, and I expect good racing. Some guys wasn't very happy last time we raced here. I don't know. We actually seen some heated guys get heated. Some guys get a little bit aggravated, and I can understand that. It's all respectable and stuff like that. So let me go to the championship standings real fast, and I'll let you all know who's winning right now. Tonight's practice so far being led by Todd Guerin. Coming into tonight, it looks like that we currently have Cody McCrawley currently first, Scott Austin second, Tim Bills, David Rudolph, Donald Clark sitting up in fifth right now, currently fourth in the standings. Very good for him. Todd Guerin currently sixth, Joe Burchett currently in seventh, Ryan Lange, Jonathan Smith rounds out your, actually Troy Lent rounds out your top 10. So as I mentioned just a second ago, this is only the second race for these guys, so we still got a little ways left to go before the end of the season. This is, like I mentioned, second race, or actually the third race for these guys, if I can ever get my facts straight. First winner we had, Todd Guerin, won back at USA International Speedway. Then we went to the Bull Ring where Cody McCrawley picked up the win. Tonight, Southern National. Next week, we go to Big C's Paint Shop Richmond 100, or Big C's Paint Shop 100 at Richmond, and that's going to be fun. So here we go. We're getting ready to start qualifying here in about 1 minute 40 seconds or so. This race very short, only 100 laps on schedule for tonight. As I mentioned, very fast cars, very fun racetrack, and you know, lately I've been kind of surrounding myself with all these late models and super late model guys. There's a couple other leagues that we broadcast that's not, such as tomorrow, not with the red light guys, but I've learned a lot about short track racing as of late, and I'll go ahead and pop up the weather as well. You all can take a look at that. And there's the website as well, racenasrs.com. And what I mean by that, with me being around a lot of these short track type of guys, is that I've learned the most key and important factor of these races is saving tires for one. This is a night race, so tires shouldn't be a big problem here. We only go 100 laps. But the other big issue I would say is drive off. Drive off is super important in these super or late model cars, and I don't expect it to really be much different here, especially here at the NASRS guys. So I look forward to this race. I've been looking forward to this race all week long, and knowing we're coming back because we had 2 weeks off. So these guys have done a great job. So also, like I mentioned, if anybody wants to get involved with this league, you can message Chuck Smith, C-H-U-C-K Smith. He is the main admin over here and the owner of the league. So should be good. All right, so practice coming to an end. So what I'm going to do is actually take off the ticker. We're going to pop up a little bit different thing here. This is the, I don't know, I think we used this ticker last week. So we'll just pop up the qualifying ticker and see who gets his pole. Honestly, Todd Guerin may be the one to beat, but we'll find out here in just one moment as practice does come to a complete end. The cars are going to reset. So are we. And qualifying underway. Adam Jocelyn about to head out on track. We will go over to him as qualifying is officially started with the number 83 Polaris headed out on track. If you don't know much about Adam Jocelyn, check out Adam Jocelyn Racing. I'm sure you can find out all kinds of stuff from him. as we watch him go down into turn number 3. Very short track record. We're going to see 13-second laps. Across the start-finish line, Adam Jocelyn let's see if he actually jumps up. He is first right now with a time of 13.497. Brian Hacker actually jumps up. Christian Joyce jumps up. We'll hop over to number 14, Bob Loran. Y'all know anything about Bob? He's from Alberta, Canada, from the Roughnecks Racing. If you don't know about the Roughnecks, trust me, you don't know a whole lot about super late models. No offense. I didn't know a lot about them, and he actually gets some of the apron. He's going to go around. But the Roughnecks, a very well-talented organization that they got going. Here's the number 502, Jerry Glenn. Don't have a lot of information about him just yet. Let's see where he jumps up. On the board. I actually need to fix the collar of that. I know you guys might have a little bit of trouble seeing where these guys qualify. But Jerry Glenn currently in 18th now. Todd Guerin currently on top of the board. We will see if he's able to hold on to that. Let's hop over to Levi Poland in the number 505 car, as he starts his green flag run here. There's a different view high above Southern National. Todd Guerin still on top. Levi Guerin will sit in the 13.467. Looks like that's going to put him in 16th, so he's going to look to improve on that this lap. Hopefully he can. See if he does. He will not improve. Wait, 17th. He does not improve. John Driscoll sitting on, well, coming around through turn 1 and 2, or 3 and 4, I'm sorry. And the number 88 gets some of the wall. He is from Hallowell, Maine. As he gets right across the start-finish line. Currently, he is 28th. He will jump up a little bit, I think. He does not. Scott Austin out on track. As he actually just put on a pretty good lap, jumps him up to 6th with a 13.326. Not many more cars left on track. It looks like that may actually get ready to end qualifying. As you can see, the drivers go by. Here in qualifying, Todd Guerin looks like he's going to be the car on the pole tonight. Todd Guerin out of Trinity, North Carolina for AF4 Motorsports. Looks like he's going to be the car to wrap up the pole. Let's see if we can actually get Todd in here. I think we don't have anybody else going on the track. Let me make sure. We do not. There's a couple guys that have not qualified. Wait, Douglas Thompson may head out on track. We're waiting to see if he goes. Here goes the number 13. See what Douglas can do. He's got a chance. From Michigan, DST Racing. He works out of turn number 2, up against the wall, back down into turn 3. You can kind of see how fast this track actually is. Across the start finish line, Douglas going to improve, 24th place. Definitely not what he wanted. We'll see if he can improve here just a little bit. Actually may have got some of the wall, so this lap will not count, I don't think. Yeah, he did get some of the wall, so unfortunately for him, it looks like he's going to be starting in 24th. So he's actually getting some practice in now. As we wait, let's bring in what looks to be our pole sitter tonight. If I can actually get my TeamSpeak to pop up, I will bring him in. Maybe. Hold on, guys. Having trouble with my TeamSpeak to pop up. We'll get it up here in just a minute. There it is. Let's move this. Alright, let me see if I can get Todd Guerin in here, who looks to be the car to beat tonight so far. Make sure nobody else is on the track. So we'll pull Todd in now, if I can find him. Oh, you know what? He's up in the lobby. He may have his mic muted. Let me see if I can get him anyway. Hey, Todd Guerin, you got a copy? Do not think... Oh, there he is. Maybe. We'll wait and see if he gets his mic. There he is. Hey, Todd, you got me?
Yeah, I got you, man. Yeah.
Man, it looks like you're going to be the pole sitter here tonight. And honestly, you are, well ahead of everybody in practice as well. What's going to be the key to try to get to victory lane here?
I think the key tonight is going to be keeping that right rear on it. To get to the center of the corner, you got to be a little free, and car can get loose on you if you don't watch it. So just take care of your tires. With we got one set for the 100 lap. There's going to be take care of your tires and try to stay out of trouble.
We got so many people here. I'm seeing so far it's qualified 30 people, which is absolutely astonishing for this type or size of track. How much of that plays into this race, you think, with the idea of possible, if we do get a lone green flag run, of green flags, and how much is it that plays into your head of lap cars? How much is it that you have to try to work around and maneuver around them? Can that play a factor in this race?
I'm sure lap traffic will come into it. I hope we have some long runs. I've really worked a lot on the car. We had a extended break from the last race, so we've had about 3 or 4 weeks off, and I've turned a ton of laps here, and I'm really looking forward to some long runs. But we've got short run speed, we've got medium run speed, we've got long run speed. So hopefully lap traffic will stay out of the way and let us race it out. But if it doesn't, then I practice multiple lines, and I'm ready to go inside, outside, middle, 3 wide, whatever it takes to try to get the W.
Man, this is going to be a fun race. I've been looking forward to it. It's been a long break, so a lot of anticipation building up to this race. So go out there and see what you can do. So far, you look like you're the fastest guy to beat tonight. So let's see what you can do, and we'll be up here watching. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, man. That was Todd Guerin, tonight's pole sitter. Looking, honestly, guys, he looks like one of the guys to be the main person to beat if he can get out of here. And we'll see what happens. Alright, so we got about a minute left, so let's get a quick commercial break in. We'll be right back to kick this race off here for Southern National.
The yellow flag is out. Pit road is now open. Keep your eye on those gauges. We'll give you 4 tyres. 3, 2, 1, now. We're done. Get going.
Welcome back, guys. As we start gridding these cars up, you can see here it's going to be a fun one. As I try to move some of my stuff around, I got so much stuff that stays in front of my screen. It's absolutely ridiculous. Alright, here we go. There we go. Cars start to take the grid. There's Scott Austin up towards the front. Let's get a look real fast at your grid. Todd Guerin going to be starting on the front row in the number 18 car. And as I mentioned, one of the guys that everybody's going to have to watch out for to get this win tonight. If anybody wants to win this race, they're going to have to beat Todd. That's what it's looking like so far. Ryan Lange, however, going to be starting third place in number 31 out of Illinois. Then we got Dalton Collins going to be starting alongside him. Dalton, very good driver in his own right as well. Going to be starting in the 4th position. In 5th place, we got AJ Rogers. AJ, a very talented driver alongside Scott Austin. Scott Austin, a master of setups and a great painter as well. David Rudolph, Christian Royce. We're going to be starting in 7th and 8th. In row number 5, we got Jimmy Babs and Wendell Stratton, I'm sorry. Sean Hill. Or Shernhill, Shernhill, I believe, how you say the name. Russell Brown in the 503 going to be starting row number 6. Row number 7, we got Christopher Moody, Brad Carpenter. Row number 8, we got Adam Jocelyn. Keep your eye on that number 83 and the 51. Keep your eye on Jason Day. He was having a good run a couple weeks ago. Brian Hacker, always fast, going to be starting 11th. Levi Poland going to be starting in 18th. Donald Clark, currently inside the top 5 in the championship standings, alongside Russell Karninski. Scott Schrader going to be starting in 21st alongside Joe Burchett from Virginia. Tyler Hayes, Douglas Thompson going to be starting in the 24th in row 12. Jonathan Smith, another very good driver, going to be starting in the number 23 alongside Jerry Glenn towards the back of the foul. Bob Laurent, we've seen him get some of the wall in qualifying alongside Jordan Harden. Timothy Mullen, very fast driver in the 614, and John Disroll. Doc Stout and Charles Lear. Looks like they actually did not qualify. So some of these guys did not qualify, of course. Doc Stout is a admin. That's why I was curious about that. Alright, so here we go. We're getting ready to go green. As we work through turns 3 and 4. The pace car is going to drop off here in just a moment. We're going to take another triple around real fast. Looks like we actually had a bunch of people not gridded. It looks like 10 cars. Well, make that 7 cars not gridded, including Bob Laurent in the 14, which is very interesting. Charles Lahr did not either. Here we go. Pace car going to drop in. The green flag's about to come out. We get ready to go 100 laps. Remember, caution could happen early here. Green flag is out. The LentMachinery.com 100 is underway, and it is Todd Guerin currently leading this group down into turn number 2, and behind them it is a mess, as you can see it right here. These guys fighting for position. This is 17 going to try to take over that spot. He does take that. It is AJ Rogers right behind him. We got Tim Bills trying to hold off the number 42 of David Rudolph, and Dalton Collins on the outside right now cannot get to the bottom side as we continue to stay green here. Trying to look back through the field. Let's go back a little bit further as even more cars are fighting for position. This is Wendell Stratton. He's on the outside in that 4 car, looking to try to get to the bottom of that 05 right now. Not given much room. That is Sean Hill, and it looks like he's actually going to be able to slide up possibly in front of the 4. We'll see on exit. Wendell trying to hold on to that spot. He does not, and loses to the 99 of Christopher Moody. Up front, we got AJ Rogers trying to take over 2nd place. It looks like he's at the inside as we go down into turn 3 and 4. Does take it away from Ryan Lange and at number 31. Guys that don't know, Ryan Lange currently out of Chicago, Illinois from Outlaws. Of course, Clearview is the sponsor of that car. Now he's got his hands full with Tim Bills, who's looking to his inside. Ryan having a little bit of trouble maybe with a longer setup as we continue to stay green here. And I'm going to be honest, this is kind of surprising. We're actually staying green this long in practice. We actually had a couple cars spin out and all that stuff on the exits. A little bit further back, got a mess of cars back here. The 503, Jason Day, and the 50 or the 19 of Russell Cherninsky. Trying to take it away from the 503 of Russell Brown Jr. And it looks like he may be able to take that spot away after all. We'll have to wait and see. Jump a little bit further back. That is Joe Burchett that you actually see there. Oh, sorry guys, trading paints popped up on that screen. I gotta refresh my paints. Alright, so sorry about that. Trading paint's popping up. You know how it is. We continue to watch Russell Brown Jr. We jump back up to Todd Guerin, who's continuing to pull out now 2.8 seconds ahead. Let's actually jump back a little bit further to another battle back here in 5th place. This is Dalton Collins trying to run down the 42 of David Rudolph. As he looks to the inside, not going to get there just yet. Here's a great view of these cars coming around right at your screen. Dalton Collins still working right now on David Rudolph in that number 42 car. Looking to these inside. And we'll wait and see. Don't look like he's going to be able to get it just yet. Still there. This is a good little battle here for this position. Rudolph trying to hold on in that number 42. We're riding on board right now with Dalton Collins. And it looks like Dalton Collins is going to be able to stay clear. Does get a little tap from the back. Actually sends him up. No damage, it don't look like. So we stay green here on lap 18. I'm going to be honest, guys. This is a great race. We're seeing racing all over the place. I mean, there's just so much happening right now. It's hard to keep up with what's going on. Back here's the 00 of Jimmy Babs and Sean Hill. And currently, the 00 trying to take that spot away. This is for the 9th position. It looks like the 05 takes it away. Now Wendell Stratton trying to take away 10th, and it looks like actually now we do got Wendell Stratton falling back. He falls back to the 12th spot, giving up a couple spots, including the 03 of Brad Carpenter. Jimmy Babs stays in 10th place. Let's take a look at your fastest on track so far as we take a look here. You can see the ticker. That is what it's showing. Fastest lap so far for each driver. Jason Day currently 16th in that fastest battle. Burchett 17th. Don Clark back in 18th right now, the fastest lap he has put down. By the way, at 11 you see is Brian Hacker. We're pretty sure Todd Guerin has the fastest lap. We'll see it right here if he does. Todd Guerin, then Tim Bills, then AJ Rogers, then Ryan Lanes, your top 4 fastest laps so far. Then we got Rudolph, Collins, Austin, Carpenter, top 10 fastest. We're on lap 25 of 100, so we're already a quarter way through this race, and we have yet to see what we thought we would see, and that is a wreck. I'm going to jinx it, I know, but we're already getting cars all over the place. I mean, these guys are racing flawless right now. As weird as that is to say on a short track, that is something we don't see a ton of. They have put together a great group of guys in this league, and you can see the racing really paying off here. Now we have actually a caution come out. So it looks like I kind of jinxed that. We will wait and see who it is. We'll scroll down. It looks like it could actually be. I don't see any damage. See if I can see what happened. Hopefully this right here won't lag with us. It looks like the heel actually may have had a caution. We'll wait and see. Take a look at a replay. So supposedly I believe it was the 05. Waiting to see if he had a problem. I actually don't see nothing. Making sure. I thought it was the 05, but apparently it was not. So, according to the ATVO program, it was the 05, but I do not see it. So, right now, I'm not sure what the caution was thrown for, guys. I didn't see nobody on pit road or anything, so heel's okay. We'll jump up real fast to Garen, though. We're getting ready to go back green here in just a moment, and we'll get this race going back again. One bad thing about having short track with so much stuff happening, the ATVO program does not cut straight to it, unfortunately. There we go. We're getting ready to double them back up. We did have a lucky dog, and it looks like it was the 505, I believe, of Levi Poland was your lucky dog. So the pace lights are off. We're getting ready to go back green here. Green flag back out once again. Todd Guerin with another jump right. Here's where things can get a little crazy, I guess you could say, with wrecks and whatnot. Going back a little bit further, you can see that watching the front guys is Tim Bills, AJ Rogers, Ryan Lange, Dalton Collins. As you see Tim Bills, now we got a caution once again coming out on track. I'm trying to see who this one is. Oh, the 83. It looks like Adam Jocelyn goes around. And actually gets stuck. This is actually a good wreck, guys. Here we go. I believe there's multiple cars caught up in this. I think Joe Burchett got caught up, possibly Brian Hacker. The 03, there we go. Oof. The 6, the 03, Joe Burchett. The 00 had to stop completely. And of course, Adam Jocelyn not going to end his not the way he wanted to. Remember, he came in here hoping for a better finish than what he's been having. He hasn't had the greatest luck as of late. Coming in here to tonight, it looks like that Jocelyn was currently. Let me actually bring up the standings again. I thought I actually had them up. So caution number 2 comes out. There you go. 2 cautions so far. We're going to have 9 caution laps total. That does include the 2 laps at the start of the beginning. So we're going to go back green here in just a few moments. Still 64 laps to go in this race. So yeah, Adam Jocelyn hasn't had the greatest luck as of late. Actually 30th in points. He lost 16 positions last time. Looks like he's going to lose just about as many this time. So he's hoping for, hopefully soon, get something underway and start putting together some nice top 5 finishes. That would be nice. I will say Joe Burchett caught up in and out. The reason why I mentioned him, he is currently 7th in the points. I believe he actually had to come down pit road. He did actually spent 1 minute and still minute 45 right now. Still on pit road, it looks like, from what I'm seeing. So the pace lights are off. We're going to go, let's go to this camera. Through turn 3 and 4. Green flag back out. The 18 of Todd Guerin with another good start. As we are already on lap 40. Here we go. Stack up and caution flag flies. Who was that? I actually seen it. I wasn't sure who it was. Is that Dalton Collins? That's what it looked like. See if I can get a replay of this. So it may have been Dalton in the 59. Alright, here we go. 59 may have had help. Oh, the 42 actually got to the wall and then bounced off the wall into the 59 car. And around he went. And he sat there and he's going to swing it back around. Colin's bringing that car to pit road now. So we're going to line them up and do it again. Well, we started off, guys, like 29 laps caution free. Now we're starting to see the yellows that I did expect, to be completely honest. This is kind of a mix of everything so far. We've had a pretty long green flag run. Now the caution come out. You know, in all seriousness, Tim Bills actually looks really fast, but don't know if he's going to have enough to keep up with Todd Guerin, but Tim Bills still right now second place. Then we got AJ Rogers, Ryan Lane, Scott Austin, Christian Joyce, Sharon Hill, Wendell Stratton, Jason Day, and Brian Hacker, your top 10. Jonathan Smith has moved up quite a few spots. He is currently in 11th spot. Take a look here. He's been actually a lot further back than that. Started in the 25th spot, which has been his lowest starting position. So it should be interesting to see if he's able to continue his charge towards the front. See if he can get a solid top 10. These guys keep having a couple of these little wrecks, and he don't get caught up in it. He does have a chance to get into the top 10. So the pace lights are off. We're doubling back up once again, and we're getting ready to go back green with Todd Guerin leading the way. We are just about halfway in this 100 lap race, guys. Tomorrow night, Red Light Racing Series, going to be a fun one. Green flag back out. Let's go high above. Here we go. This right here will be fun. Oh, I changed the wrong camera. And we got another caution, I believe. We do. Dalton Collins? No. I think Collins may have got caught up in another one. No, he did not. But we just had a spin, I believe is all it was. Looks like we just had a small spin, guys. I don't think it was anything really severe. May have been the 00, possibly. Babs. Not real sure. So the caution comes back out. We're about to go bag green here in just a moment. We'll see how these guys line back up. You see the 505 coming out of pit road as well. Levi Poland. That looks like appears what the caution was for. Spun around. So Richmond next week, that's going to be a little bit bigger track for these guys. One thing about these smaller tracks, you just never know on what's going to happen as the race goes green. And or the more green or smaller tracks just seem like they're tougher. So yeah, that's the way it is. So the pace car getting ready to drop down. We're getting ready to go back green flag once again. There we go. Green flag back out. Everybody looks like they get a better start this time as we continue to watch Todd Guerin roll around. We'll jump back to Scott Austin in 5th place as he looks underneath the 31 of Ryan Lange for 4th place. Bob trying to get to run out, trying to slide up. He is clear. He slides up in front of 31 of Lange and takes that spot away. Go back to the 05 of Hill, who was actually trying to get underneath the 4 of Wendell Stratton. Then you got the 51 of Jason Day up there as well, out of Canada. go high above into the blimp cam. We're riding on board right now. If I can actually get my camera to switch over where it's supposed to. There we go. Riding on board with Hill. Hop up a little bit further with AJ Rogers. Riding in third right now. Actually pulled away a little bit from Scott Austin. Oh, the 6 goes around, and AJ Rogers nowhere to go. I don't know if the 6 backed up or what happened, but unfortunately for AJ, he is the one that took the worst into that one and got some damage. See if we can find a replay here. Here we go. See what happened to Scott Schrader. Did he have help from the 505? There was contact. And around they went. The 95 got into the back of him as well, but that was not the cause of the caution. Right here, I believe. Nope, not yet. It should be coming up here in just a second, guys. See it? There we go. There's the 6 going to go around. The 03 gets some of it as well. And he sits there. Right here's where I think it hurts him. He kind of backs up in front of people, I believe. Yeah, you gotta get a lap down, I believe. I think you might as well just sit there and wait. Sure, AJ Rogers definitely not happy with that. He was having such a great run. He's still third, but let's see if we can check on that damage he's got. He may actually not have much, which would be a good thing and blessing for both of these guys. See a little bit right there on the left front. I don't think it's actually going to hurt him, though. I think he'll be okay. Make sure you guys check out lentmachinery.com. That is tonight's sponsor of the race. And I want to thank Troy Lent and stuff for sponsoring that. I believe that's who was the sponsor of it. Anyway, we're doubling back up here, getting ready to go back green. We are 65 out of 100 laps in. We got 64 laps led right now by Todd Guerin. Pace car is getting ready to drop in. Pace car pulls in, and the green flag is back out. That happened fast. Tim Bills with a great start. That's going to push AJ Rogers back all the way to 5th, possibly. AJ may be under power here, and it looks like we got a stack up. I don't know if a caution is going to come out or not, but a small stack up from behind for some of these guys, and it looks like we do have another caution coming out on track. And it may be the 28 of Donald Clark. He does got damage. And that's who it was. Here we go. I seen a 4 wide. And there we go. That's what happened. The 13 just tagged Donald and sent him up into the outside wall. And that's a long way up to that outside wall, especially with concrete on the outside. And Donald, unfortunately, was inside the top 5 in points, but now, unfortunately, going to have some damage. And looks like he could be done with tonight's race. We'll have to wait and see if he's able to get back out on track or not. We'll have to wait and find out. So the pace light's still on right now. You see Todd Guerin currently leading this race. He has been the driver that everybody is trying to beat. And unfortunately, it looks like right now nobody's been able to actually, well, hang in there with him and even really come close compared to what kind of times he's running compared to everybody else. So you can see his stats right there. 69 laps led, about to be 70. Right behind him, you got Tim Bills, who started second, up to second, of course. Pretty much average right there. Then we got Scott Austin. He's up 3 spots in the number 5 Austin's Designs paint scheme. Then we got Christian Joyce and AJ Rogers. Christian actually started in 8th and AJ started in 5th, which is where he's running. Christian's actually doing a pretty good job in moving up through the field. So the pace lights are off. The green flag about to come back out here in just 1 second. And the green flag is back out once again. We're back to racing here. Tim Bills trying to get around Todd Garrett on the outside line. Don't know if he's going to be able to do it. Does not look like it as Garrett takes up big trouble behind him. Caution flag comes back out. And this was a pretty good one. Not sure how all this was or where it happened at, but I believe AJ Rogers was involved in it. We'll find out. No, it was not AJ Rogers. Well, it could have been AJ Rogers. He actually could have been involved in this. This was a good one. He spun the tires, it looks like. Yeah, I believe that's where it happened. We're waiting to see. There we go. And then the rest of it just pursues from that. And multiple cars go around. The 11 of Brian Hacker, you see him going around. Everybody actually, to be honest, kind of managed damage and actually did not go laps down, or did not get damaged. They actually just scraped a little bit here and there, but wasn't nothing too severe. But for the most part, everybody kind of gets out, with the exception of AJ Rogers. Unfortunately for him, he took a hard hit, and it looks like his chance at winning this race, unfortunately, over, as he is back in 22nd spot at the moment. So Christian Joyce actually moves up to 3rd. Scott Austin, everybody picks up a spot. Somebody's starting to make a move back up towards the front. So 59 of Dalton Collins. Dalton was actually doing a really good job earlier. Got involved in a wreck and went for a ride as well. He's back actually up to 8th place. So that's one good beneficiary of the cautions that's made the cautions work for him. Is the driver of the 59 car. So the pace light should be going back off. We are actually 3/4 of a race done, as Todd Garrett easily going to lead the most laps in this one. So far has led 75 total laps, and looking to continue to lead the rest of the laps that we have here tonight. So he's got to lead 25 more in order to walk out of here with a flawless victory. He said he's practiced a lot over the break. Remember, we had 2 weeks off. Pace car back out. Green flag back out. Pace car back in. Sorry. We're green once again, and here comes the 37. Now under attack from the 36 of Christian Joyce for 2nd place. Joyce looking to take away 2nd. Even with a little bit of damage, Christian going to take it away. Move Christian up to 2nd place. Maybe trying to get around Tim Bills. Looks like he's clear. He will slide up in front of the 37. Now it's going to be Scott Austin battling Tim Bills. Austin looked to the inside. Door was closed. As we continue to stay green for now. Looking back at Tim. I'm sorry, the 36. Tim Bills trying to hold on to that. He does take it back over 2nd place from Christian Joyce. Just seen that pass. Tim doing a good job right now and trying to close that gap. Let's go back to 5th place. Actually, it was a little bit further back than that. It was Ryan Lange for 5th place. Trying to get around the 4 of Wendell Stratton. Doing a good job so far. We continue to stay green. We are 83 laps. I'm sorry, and we're on lap 85 now. Make that lap 86. You see the 4 Stratton taking away 5th place from Ryan Lange. As we got a caution, I believe. Yes, we do. Caution out on track. This could be the 503 car, I believe. Try to see who that is here in just a moment. Trying to see who that was. Don't think it was Donald Clark, but it could have been. No, it was not. So yeah, it was 503 of Russell Brown. Went around, I do believe so. Russell was actually doing really good earlier. Now having a little bit of trouble. He was actually up to, well, 12th. Now he's back in 17th at the moment. Everybody's chasing this guy though. He's led 88 laps. I'm trying to see, did we have somebody else actually lead a lap? I believe we actually did have somebody else, yes. Although, in all fairness, he led the lap under caution. So, and that was Tim Bills. I think he actually passed him a little bit coming to the green flag. So, it's okay though. Pretty much a flawless victory for Todd Guerin, who has led every lap. So, the pace lights get ready to go off. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing here once again. Guys, tomorrow Red Light Racing Series will be with them. That's going to be another fun race. And we actually did not get to broadcast them last week because of my problems I had on my computer. So, be with them guys tomorrow night. So the pace lights are off. Got 9 laps to go. Green flag back out. Battle for second. Last thing we need now is another caution for these guys. They want to finish under green. If we get a caution now, we will go back green. But if we get one here in about 2 laps, we will finish under caution. So let's find out if we stay green as we watch the 5 of Scott Austin battling Dalton Collins in a 59. Here's Scott Austin making a tough move. Caution flag. Back out again on track, and it looks like I don't see no caution actually. I'd say, guys, but I do not see anybody slow unless it was the 6 who it could have been. Yep, it was the 6, Scott Schrader. Oh, he came up onto the 505, and around he went. And unfortunately for Scott Schrader, that's going to end his night because I think he actually did blow up from that contact, and he did have to tow back to the pits. So we're going to get a green-white checker. Let's take a look so far of our cautions tonight. Caution number 9 so far, 44 caution laps. That's the total, by the way, until we go back green. So that's how many caution laps we'll have once we hit green, I believe. So far 2 lead changes. That happened at under yellow. The 31 accidentally got in front, but it has been all. Todd Guerin has led every lap. And we have had 45 caution laps. I apologize for the LentMachinery.com 100. 3 laps to go. Let's find out. Will the pace lights go off? If they do, we're coming to 2 to go. If they go off, we'll have 1 green flag lap. Which, in all honesty, we should go green once again. Find out. Pace lights stay off. Now they're off. So we're going back green. We'll have 1 lap to go. once we hit the line, and that will conclude tonight's race. We'll wait and see who gets the victory tonight. Honestly, if you're a 37 or 36, you have to drive super deep. In all honesty, I mean, Garen's been almost unstoppable tonight. Nobody's been around him. So here we go. Pace car pulls in. Green flag back out for the final time tonight. Next flag is it, no matter what it is. Oh, we're going to have a big wreck. Big wreck behind him. Racing up front to 37. Pushing for everything he's got. They're stacking up behind him. Checkered flag. Bigger wreck behind him. Todd Guerin wins the LentMachinery.com 100 alongside Tim Bills and Scott Austin finishing inside the top 3. As you can see, the carnage on the backstretch is total chaos right now. And Ryan Lage, Russell Charninski will finish in 5th. And Dalton Collins, I don't know exactly where he finished just yet. He was actually up there in 5th, running for 5th. Going to finish 16th place. As you see, the driver of the 18 parking here on the straightaway, waiting to do a burnout, I do believe. We'll wait and see if he does. There he goes. Todd Guerin with a big win here tonight. Dominated performance by the driver of the 18 as he does the burnout here on the straightaway. PruittTeam.com on the front of the car. Burn of the house at Midwest Power Source. You got TRN on the side. You got every sponsor there is. Great team they got here. How about that burnout? Let's talk to Todd Guerin. Hey, Todd, you got me?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Man, dominating performance. Let's be honest. It says you led 99 laps, although Tim actually got in front of you for 1 lap, but you basically led every lap. Dominating performance. Man, I don't think anybody had anything for you. It looked like Tim gave it everything he had at the end. Talk us through your night. What was the hardest part about this track?
I guess the lap traffic and the restarts were the toughest part. The car drove good all night long. All that testing, I probably ran about 600 laps testing, if not more, and last couple weeks, and all that hard work paid off, and it feels good to get a win here.
We had a mix of, I don't want to say, I guess you can say mixed bag of racing. We had a long run to start the race, and honestly, I was very surprised by that. I mean, we had, I don't know, 30 laps, I think, under green, which kind of a long run. Then we had a caution, let's just be honest, a caution field race after. Was that part of the setup strategy that you guys put into work in the car? Was you building for a more balanced setup, or was you going for short runs? Was you building it for the long run?
I did long runs. I mean, I did a full race runs, and I mean, my car was good. I mean, it stayed neutral the whole run. I was ready for the short runs. Worked really hard on short run speed. I was lacking that when we first went and tested here about 3 weeks ago before Christmas, and worked really hard and got the short run speed down. I've had the long run speed the entire time, and kind of figured a little secret out here, but. The other guys, I don't know how close it would have been. I looked in my mirror and I had a pretty good lead on that first run, but it was hard to tell with the restarts. It kept late racing close. I wish we could have had a couple more green runs, but I was ready for whatever the race threw at me. These races have been unpredictable, so I worked on every part of my game, and I was determined to come out here and win this race, and that's what we did.
Well, you came in here tonight 5th in points, and this is race number 3, and actually second win for you on the season, however. And honestly, with Cody, I believe he actually does not, or has quit iRacing, I believe, from what I'm hearing, from what somebody told me. But it looks like you're going to jump up quite a bit in points. We're not sure what that means right now, but we'll see where you shake up after tonight. Man, is there anybody you want to give a shout-out to? That was probably the most dominating race I've ever broadcasted.
Well, I think it might have been different if we'd have stayed green, but and I hate to hear that about Cody. I enjoyed racing with him, so maybe he'll come back. Yeah. I look forward to racing Tim. I mean, I just like to thank Chuck for putting it on. I mean, Doc, all the guys, Troy, Tim Pruitt, and PruittTeam.com, and everybody that puts money into this and makes it happen every week, and TRN for broadcasting this here, and everybody. It makes it a good Sunday night show. We had an amazing turnout. We've got so many folks now showing up that we're having to send cars home, and It's amazing to me, what Chuck's built, and I like to shout out Chuck this week and tell him he's doing a really good job. It's tough to make the calls up there in the booth, but I think majority of the guys appreciate what he does, and I hope that he knows that we appreciate him.
Yeah, man, that's for sure. I think sometimes admins get overlooked, or especially league owners and stuff like that with the racing and stuff that happens. So, for sure, man, congratulations on a big win, dominating performance, and go out there and see what you can do at Richmond next week.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, man. Next up, we will bring in second place, Tim Bills. If I can find Tim, we got a bunch of people up in the lobby, so give me just a second. There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, Tim, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, honestly, you was, very fast tonight, too. Finished second. Honestly, it looks like you really pushed really hard there at the end of the race on that very last restart with that one lap to go. Did you have anything for Todd?
No, probably not on that short restart there. I didn't. I don't know. I don't think I would have had anything either on the. But it would have been fun to see a long run, just to see what would happen. My car was all set up for a long run. But yeah, just didn't get enough of the long run. Congratulations to Todd on the win.
You was super fast tonight, man. Let me ask you a question. What was the toughest challenge? Because we actually seen you go back in the field a couple times. You was back, I think, in fifth at one point. But what was the biggest challenge you faced tonight? Was it trying to get a long run going? I mean, you had no point of really doing that. I know some of the guys behind you helped without having a long run. But what was the biggest challenge you faced tonight? Was it trying not to burn up the tires? Was it focused on the restarts? What was the biggest issues you had?
Yeah, the restarting on the outside. That's what killed me every time. That last time finally got a good restart, and then I just overdrove the corner. But I think that was the roughest part, because I'd get back there, and that's where I lost my spots.
This is interesting because I just spoke to Todd. Now, he came in here fifth in points. You came in here in third in points. And from what I heard, Cody McCrawley's not racing anymore, from what I understood from something somebody else told me. And what is the main goal? I know the goal is to go out every week and win, but are you satisfied coming in here and getting second place, or does that prevail over the longest time? I mean, how do you feel about finishing second? Are you okay with the outcome of finishing second, and what is the goal going into next week at Richmond?
Well, obviously, I want to win, and if I'm not going to win, I'm going to take second. That's over finishing last for sure, but I definitely would like to win. I'll work on some more, and next week we want to try to be a little bit better than, we see Todd, he was a little better this week again, so it means we just need to work a little harder and see if we can get up there in the front. If he's winning every week and we're finishing second every week, it's not going to win a championship. Right. It's going to finish second. So definitely we got to get up there in front of Todd.
Well, you almost got it. You could see it tonight because that last restart was amazing, by the way, man. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to? I mean, you guys are so close to winning one of these things, and you're almost pull it off. So is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I want to thank my sponsor, the H&H Sign Supply, and then Justin Brooks Designs, painting the car, and all the guys at Wheeling and Dealing Motorsports.
Well, good job, and go out there and see what you guys can do next week. I know that I know a couple of your teammates didn't have the greatest night, but you was able to pull off the highest finish from your team. So good job, and we'll talk to you then.
All right, we'll hope to talk to you next week.
Thanks, man. That was second place of Tim Bills. Let's see if I can find Scott Austin. Give me just a second and see if he's actually in here. And I thought I seen him a second ago. Looks like he is not. I want to make sure one more time. Guys, let me pop up the results on the page here in just a minute. But Scott Austin finishing in second place. Finishing in third place. And a good run by Scott tonight, finishing in third. I know he was wanting a little bit better finish, but started sixth. Can't complain too much about that. So yeah, guys, he is not in here from what I'm seeing. So let's get our results real fast and move on to the next one. There you go. First place tonight does go to the driver of the 18 of Todd Garrett, Tim Bill, Scott Austin, Ryan Lange, Russell Cherninsky. Going to finish inside the top five. We got Sherton Hill, Jonathan Smith, Brian Hacker, Douglas Thompson finishing in, and Levi Poland actually battles back in a 5:05 to finish in top 10. Then we got Brad Carpenter, Christopher Moody, Jason Day, Christian Joyce, Wendell Stratton. Unfortunately for Wendell, he was doing so much better and just got caught up there at the end. Dalton Collins, who had a good run going and got caught up. Tyler Hayes, Russell Brown Jr., Jimmy Babs, A.J. Rogers had a good run. Unfortunately, got taken out earlier. Same as Scott Schrader. There's Donald Clark, Joe Burchett. David Rudolph will finish in the 24th spot. In 25th, we have, once I get my thing right, Adam Jocelyn, Chuck Smith, Troy Lent, Jerry Glenn, Bob Loran, Jordan Harden. Alright, guys, that's going to do it for us tonight. I thought the race was good. It wasn't bad by any means. Could have been better, but sometimes that's the way these short tracks go. So, we'll move on to the next one. Tomorrow night, Sim Racing Short Trackers, Red Light Racing League. And once again, guys, I want to thank everybody last night. Over 1,000 views on the Facebook video last night for our race with the guys over at Loose Lug Nuts Racing. So thanks everybody again for that. That's going to do it for us tonight, guys. Have a great night. God bless. We will talk to all of you here soon.